G'day all, welcome back again to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Scenario 27, Carentan Causeway from the Paratroopers pack from Combat Commander, GMT and Chad Jensen. And we're about to go on again. We're at time 6 of 8. The Germans are on 18 VP. The Americans have managed to take Objective 4 and Objective 2, but they need Objective 5. They've been whittled down a bit. So far, the Americans have lost two line squads, a paratroop squad and a Lieutenant Blankenship, and the Germans have lost a paratroop squad and and Lieutenant von Castes. So we're trying to now come around. I need to try and take these guys out so I can get up here. We've got some fires going over here, some fires going over here, and life is looking interesting. So, on with the Americans, and they finished with 3 fires last time and have picked up a recover, move, excuse me, and another fire. So we need to move. So what I'm thinking is no matter where we move, Mr. Herman the German here is going to have a shot at us. Now I do have some smoke grenades. Now if I move to here, he can't see me. This guy can and can fire. If I move to here, he still can't see me. This guy can and can fire. So it's not until I get to here that this guy can see me. So if I can move up to here, throw smoke into here, and then get up into here. It just means surviving this as we get through. And I think we can do that. I'm just deciding whether to fire my 2 mortars first. But I can't fire both. I can only fire one because I've lost Lieutenant Blankenship, which leaves me no command radius to do both. And is the mortar really going to do anything? In all honesty, probably bloody not, especially since they don't fire smoke. So we're just going to move and hope for the best. So we're activating Captain Sittner and everybody within his command radius, so that's all of the ones here. So these guys are going to move to here. That's 1, 2. Into there. And the Germans have a recover, a fire, a recover, and a command confusion. So this guy can fire for 6 into here, and I think he's going to have to. So they are going to opportunity fire. He has nothing to add to that. So he's firing for 6 plus 4 is 10. Righto. So this guy's here for 9 and 5 is good. The squad's there for 10 and 6 is good. And the captain's there for, well, in fact, 11. I forgot about the extra. And he's good. And we have an American event, which is hero, but he's already in play, so that doesn't matter. So we move forward again. And he fires again for 6. Plus 10, 16. He doesn't like us at all, the bugger. Okay, so again, for 7, 2 is 9, 1 is 10. And 9, so the team is good. 8 and 2 is 10 and 1 is 11 for the squad. And 5, it means he's hit. Bugger. And 11 for the captain, and he's good. So these guys can go no further. So we'll bring this fella up then, and he can move 5. He goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's out of range. He goes 2 into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's in range. He fires for 6 again. Plus 10, 16 again. But our little man is in here for 7, and 3 is 10. And 7 is 17, and we have an event, which is recon, but there are no secret objectives, so it doesn't matter. So he's gone 1, he's gone 2. He goes 3, 4 into there. And again, he fires for 6. And 3 is 9. And we're sitting there for 7, and 1 is 8. And 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll stay. I can't afford to do the recover at the moment. I'm keeping the smoke grenades for when we move, which means I've got the other fires, but they're not going to do much. So I think I have to fire just to get rid of a card anyway. So we're going to fire. It's an ambush, but I've got the other 2 fires I've got separate with ambushes as well. So what can we fire with? This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're probably better off firing here. He's a 2, so he's going to fire for 8. He's got a range of 6 as well. So 8, 9, yeah. So we have 9 plus 6, 15. And our little man up here is in here for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 4 is 16, and we have... Oh, sorry, he's safe. Righto, that's it for the Americans. They'll get 2 new cards. And the Germans have a recover, and a command confusion. So again, they're going to get rid of 1 recover and the command confusion and get 3 new cards. Nothing specials on them. And the Americans have a move and an artillery request. Well, this is dangerous, isn't it? Let's drop the artillery up here this time. I'd really like to put it here, but I can't afford to. So we're going to try and drop it there from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I didn't allow for the hindrance, but it didn't make any difference as well. Again, apologies. So 6 plus 1 is 7. And we get 6 4s, 24. And it is going to go direction 4, direction 4. That could be dangerous. Which is 1, 2, and it misses everyone. So yeah, I should have just popped smoke. But I was feeling all great. There was the artillery request. Okay, so we are going to move. And before we move, we are going to pop smoke into here. And we get 4, which is better than nothing. Okay, so he comes in here, he comes in here, and he's got to move to come in here as well. And the Germans can fire, maybe they've got to recover, a move, a rout, and a fire. Oh, their fire has got an ambush. But I don't think they can afford to not fire. So they are going to opportunity fire. Righto, so they have 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 into there. This is going to be painful. And 5, 18. We have nothing to help. So it's 18 minus 4 is 14. Righto, so this guy is in here for 7, and 2 is 9, and 1 is 10. And 4 is 14 and is hit. And because he's moving, he is broken rather than just suppressed. And we have 9 and 2 is 11, and 1 is 12. And 5, he's good. And 10 and 1 is 11. 12, 13. And he is not good. Right. So the next thing we're going to do is move this fella up to here, and he'll stop there. As our third, we are going to do a recover. So we have 10, 11, 12 for the captain. So he is good and bounces back. We have 9, 11, 12 for the squad, and he is good and bounces back. And we have 8, 10, 11 for the team, and he is good and bounces back as well. We have one more order we can give. So we could try firing again, but I don't think it's worth it. So that is it. Now we want an advance before we get blown away. So 4 new cards for the Americans. And the Germans have a recover, a move, and a rout. They have nobody to move, nobody to rout, and nobody to recover. So they're going to get rid of the rout and the move and get 3 new cards. And the Americans with their 2 fires have picked up artillery, move, fire, and fire. And all 4 fires have got ambushes on them. So let's put some artillery down. We're going to go for smoke this time. And we're going to try and plonk it right here. See if we can cover off on both of these a bit more fully. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1 is 5. 3 4s are 12. We don't do the event. So it goes 4 and 3. Again, I don't believe we do the event. So it goes 4 and 3, and we'll pop smoke into all of these. And it depends on with what we get there. If it's more than 4, we'll stick it in there. If it's not, then stiff. So center first, and we get an 8. Then 12 o'clock, we get an 8. We can't put one in the blaze, so forget about that. So we're at 3 o'clock-ish. We get a 9. 6 o'clock, we get a 4. Where we are in the smoke is a 6. And then the last one down around 8 o'clock, second last one, sorry, is a 3. And then in the foxholes itself, we have a 9. Okay. So I think that was pretty bloody worthwhile. So they can come back out of there now, like that. No, why is that 3 there? It shouldn't be there, should it, dickhead? Get rid of that. That 3 actually goes up in there because we were here. I was still going over that way. Okay, so that's artillery. So what we're going to do is we're going to move now with Sergeant Bueller over here. I think it's Sergeant Bueller. Yeah. So this guy's going to go 3 to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy can fire if they have a fire order, and they do not. So he's going to go 3, 4, 5 to here. And these two are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Five to here. Like that. And that is effectively all they can do. And they'll get 2 new cards. The American deck is nearly finished. We really need to do this. Okay, so the Germans have now 2 recovers, a move, and an advance. So the question is, do they advance out of here and try and take these guys out? So this would be 5 and 6, 8 is 13, 15 against 5, 6, 7, and 8 is 15 and 2 is 17. So there's only a 2 difference. And if they can do that, then they're looking pretty good. But if they lose, then that leaves this little fella by himself. Or do they advance out of here into here so we can try and get our support up to here now? I don't want them to move. And if they advance, well, if they move, I've got an assault fire. So if they move from here to here and they survive well enough, then they could bring fire on into here and try and knock these guys out at least. Boxed firepower, boxed firepower, boxed firepower. I think we have to do it. So Herman is going to move. They're moving out of their foxholes up to here. The Americans now have 6 fire orders and 5 of them are ambushes. So we'll use the demolitions one. And these guys will fire into here. So they're firing for 6 and 2 is 8 and 1 is 9 into here. Plus 7 is 16. And the American event is interdiction. Suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. And we rejoice because it means that this bastard can't fire his machine gun now. Yay, team! Okay. So we're firing for 16 into here. Okay, so this little fella is in here for 8 is 7, 8, 9, 10. And 7 is 17, he's safe. And the event is battle hardened. 1 German unit becomes a veteran. Okay, so let's find a veteran if we can. Of course, they're all trenches. Trying to find the one that veteran is on it is always the fun part. There we go, there's one. Right. I think making him a veteran is the best we can do, because if he can get up there, then that's the main thing. Okie dokie. So he's fine. This guy's here for 8, 9, 10, 11. And 8, he's good. And we have a German sniper hitting at J7. Does nothing. And the sergeant is here for 8, 9, 10. And 4 and is hit. Well, that put an end to that, didn't it? However, they can still do their assault fire to try and help things along. The only bloke, yep, we still have assault fire for both of these. So we go 5, 6 into there. And that's it. 6 and 8 is 14. And the paratroop is there for 8 and 2 is 10 and 1 is 11. And he is safe. And that's the last American card. So we are going to shuffle up the American deck. We will be going to times 7 of 8. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, hands are a bit cold and fumbly at the moment. Okay. So we go to time 7 of 8. The Germans pick up a victory point and go to 19. The Americans get to remove a smoke. So they'll remove this 4 here. We have no dig-ins for anybody, and we have no reinforcements or anything. So that is that. So we now do Sergeant Bueller. And he is at 8 and 1 is 9. Oh, and we get a 2 and he's hit. That was a bit sucky. Righto, and the Germans have a recover and an advance. So they are going to do their recover first as their second order. So the suppressed will come off. And our little man is here for 9, 10. Gets a 10 and he's suppressed. Jesus Christ. So what's he got there? He's got 7, 8. We've got 6, 9, 10. For their last order, they are going to advance. No, they can't do that because they moved. Oh, we could advance into here. 7, 8 against 6. Do we advance into here and try and knock him out? No, we don't. We can't afford to. So that is it for the Germans. They'll get 3 new cards. And the Americans have 5 cards remaining, all fires. And that's it. So they are going to fire. And what I forgot to do before is fire him as well. So shit happens. Okay, so we are going to fire into here. I'm going to fire with him first. So he's firing for 6 into there with no hindrance. and nothing to add. Plus 10, 16. Got to be happy with that. Okay, so again, this guy is here for 8 with nothing there. 8 and 1 is 9. Do they have anything to help? They do have a concealment. But what they're going to do is hidden entrenchments. Place foxholes in a non-building hex into which your opponent just fired. So we end up with foxholes here. So he has now 8 and 3 is 11. And he's fine. And we have 8 and 3 is 11. And he's fine. And our little man here is for 9 and 3 is 12. And 4 is 16, which is fine because he's already suppressed. And then we get fire with these guys for 6 and 1 is 7 into there. Plus 5 is 12. So again, we have 8 and 3 is 11 and fine. 8 and 3 is 11 and fine. And forgotten again already, 9 and 3 is 12 and fine. And the German event, which is breeze, removal smoke. Righto. So let's get rid of the smoke. And our blazes are going to move again. That's all the smoke. Oops, sorry about that. Earthquake. Okay, and blazes move in direction 1, which is north. Righto, so starting on the left here. That one goes north. That one goes north. That one goes north. North, north, and north. Aha. Right. Dum, dum, dum. Trying to remember how far we got through then. He was done. He was done. He was done. That's it, I believe. Dum, dum, dum. I've lost track. Sorry. Dum, dum. Hang on a tick. Righto, back again. Okay, so that fire order is all done. The next thing we're going to do is another fire order, and we're going to fire these guys into here. So this will be our lead here. I'm just trying to decide whether I'll just do it all as one. So we have 6 and 2 is 8, 9, 10 into here with no hindrance. Plus 10 is 20. Righto. So again, 8 and 3 is 11. Oh, hang on a tick. Yep, that's fine. 8 and 3 is 11, but I think they're going to use their concealment this time. So that's going to go down to 17. So 11 and 5 is 16. Not enough. And our machine gunner is broken. And again, this guy is a 8, 9, 12. I keep forgetting about that. I needed to put it back on there. 12 and 5 is 17. So he is suppressed. And again, we have 9, which becomes 8, and 3 is 11. And 7, he's fine. And we have an event, which is Scrounge. Return an eliminated weapon to play under your control. And there is a light machine gun here, a German one. And he's going to put it with our little friend here. Like that. Okay. I think that's about it. So the Americans are finished. That was an opportunity fire. 3 new cards for the Americans. Okay, so the Germans have an artillery request with a dig in and an advance. And I don't think they want to advance anywhere. Because they really don't want to leave these foxholes. They can't take on these guys. Again, this guy could take on these guys. He'd be there for 6, 7. Into here for 7, 8. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 7, 8. So, you know, not bad. But again, then these guys are already hurting. So that's not going to help. So I think we get rid of the advance. We get rid of the artillery request. We get 4 new cards for them. Quick check. And okay. And we're over to the Americans, who have 3 fires, a command confusion, an advance, and a recover. So I think we'll do a recover first. We're good here. We're good here. We just need to do our little friend here, who's there for 9. Oops. Getting all excited. We get a 7, but we have an event first, which is deploy. You may remove an American squad from the map. If you do, replace it with 2 matching teams. If this guy was closer, I probably would have, but not at the moment. So, no, he is back. So if I go into here now, I'm going to have 7 and 2 is 9 and 2 is 11. And I think I'm going to do it. We shall advance as our second order into here. So he can advance like that, and he can advance down to here. So he's out of his, but he's now in his command radius. Righto. So, Germans first. Do they have an ambush? And it's a no, a no, a no, and a no. So the Germans have 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Is that right? 6 and 1 is 7. Yeah. Okay. 7 plus 9 is 16. Sorry. We're going to do that anyway, but in fact we're not. Let's leave that card. The Americans are going to hit him with 2 ambushes. Simple as that. Don't care. Kill the bastard. Dead. Get rid of that. We get rid of that. And that is 2 VP for the Americans, taking the Germans down to 17. We take control of objective 5. So the Germans lose 10, taking them down to 7. And the Americans gain 10, taking them up to 3 VP. And we rejoice. For our third order, we are going to fire. And we're firing into here. And again, we're going to do it all in one hit. This guy can has already moved, so he can't do anything. So we have 8, 9, 10 into here. Plus 11, 21. Righto. So this guy's in here for 7 and 3 is 10. Do they have anything to help? And they do not. So 10 for him and 9 is 19 and he is dead. And heavy machine gun is gone. And that is 1 victory point for the Americans, taking you to 4. And the Germans are, the next casualty is their surrender value. This guy is in here for 8 plus 1 minus 1 and 3 gives him 11 plus 7, but we have an event first. And the event is White Foss, which I don't need to worry about. It's a may, not must. And this guy is broken. And then we have this little fella who is 8 and 3 and is 11 and gets an 8, which is not enough. He dies. That's their surrender value. And we get 3 BP for him. 1, 2, 3. And the Americans win. They win. Yay. Wow. Righto, so we finished up. The Germans have 1 parachute squad left who is broken, veteran, suppressed. And the Americans hold every objective except for 3 at the moment. This is what the losses looked like. So the Americans lost again their paratroop squad, 2 line squads and Lieutenant Blankenship with a light mortar. And the Germans lost 1, 2 paras, their lieutenant and their sergeant, heavy machine gun, light machine gun. And the Americans finish up with 7 victory points. So there you go. Wow. So again, thank you for coming along for the ride. I hope you've enjoyed. Again, apologies for errors and all the rest of it, but that was an interesting one which came down to the wire, really. And I still think I did the right thing of trying to get them up, but I probably left it too late. In a way, I probably should have left them here just to try and bash the shit out of these people, but yeah, it was a desperation thing because this was worth nothing and he was going to lose line of sight on these guys. Once they snuck up to here, it was just against him anyway. So I still think it was worthwhile. So take care again, enjoy your gaming. And I will see you next time. And it will be scenario 28, which is the No Ingoof. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. No Ingoof round, which happened on the same day, 10th of June. Rightio. Take care. Bye.